But yeah, the work print is very, very interesting because it is just so vastly different from any of the other versions of the film. Even though it has narration, it has alternate narration, it has temp music, and it's just really, really cool to watch. And then, of course, it has the documentary called All Our Variant Futures, which is the documentary explaining the final cut, the reasons behind making it, and the struggles to get it done. And there were a lot of struggles, but yeah, that's why the final cut isn't mentioned on Dangerous Days making a Blade Runner or the Enhancement Archive, because it actually gave the final cut its own featurette, which is All of Our Variant Futures. You also have extensive commentaries from everyone involved in the film that is still with us, from the screenwriters to director Ridley Scott, who has individual commentaries on each version of the film, minus the work print. So yeah, just great, great stuff. So what is it exactly that has made Blade Runner stick with me for all these years? That's caused me to own it, not once, not twice, but thrice. 1992 VHS of the director's cut, 5-disc DVD void comp test set collector's edition, and 5-disc collector's edition Blu-ray set. Well, the truth is, what is there not to love about this film? Let's save character discussion for the end, because that's going to take the most out of this entire journey. So, let's put that off for the time being. Let's just talk about visually and stylistically. When was this film made? Were you paying attention in the beginning? Let me say it again. The year was 1982. What is so significant about 1982? No CGI. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. Not gonna happen. CGI is not present anywhere in this film. Thank the heavens above. Can you imagine the debacle that Blade Runner would have been if it would have been done with CGI? I mean, you want to talk about looking fake. Well, there's people out there who say, oh, I love CGI films and I hate films that were shot before CGI because everything that wasn't done with CGI looks so fake. It takes you out of the moment. No. It's the complete opposite. Practical effects are the way to go. If you don't believe me, let's go over a list of proof, shall we? Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. E.T., Poltergeist, and John Carpenter's The Thing. What do every single one of those films have in common? A, they're great films that got across everything they wanted to get across to the viewer without a problem, and in some of the most uniquely seen ways ever in the history of film. And B, no CGI in them whatsoever. None. And why does it work? Because it's practical. It's real. It's there for the actors to play off of. And when you have to work harder to get something across, the better off you actually are in the end. I'm so sick and tired of this whole CGI is better for film argument. But because I know that this journey into the world of Blade Runner has already become extensively long, and I'm not even close to being anywhere done yet, I'm going to hold back on this discussion and save it for a little series that you guys will be seeing down the road. And I think you might have some indication of what I'm talking about if you're a smart, intuitive viewer. If not, well, just wait until the time is right for the series to begin. Blade Runner would not be the masterpiece that it is had it been made 3 years ago. The acting might have been just as good, the characterization might have been just as good, but the visuals would not have been anywhere near what you see in this masterpiece of a film. I guarantee it. So now that we've covered visuals completely, and I apologize for the CGI rant, but hey, you know you enjoyed it, and you know that it had to be done. So now that we've covered visuals completely, let's go into music. Vangelis is literally one of the most brilliant composers to ever live. He is a guy who has done numerous films and numerous albums. Nothing he does sounds anything remotely like anything else he's ever done. But yet, they are distinctly Vangelis. If you like the music from Blade Runner, I highly encourage you to go into your local CD store or record store for you old-timers out there. There's this newfangled thing called CD. Just kidding. Just kidding, folks. Just having a laugh. But yeah, go to wherever there is that sells music these days, where you live, and go to the New Age section and check out some of Vangelis' work, because it's just great stuff. The music in this is as much a part of the story as anything else. Blade Runner would not be what it is had anyone else done the music for it. No question. And then there's the final piece of the puzzle, which is perhaps the biggest one of them all. The characterization. Now, I'm not going to talk about every character in the film, because if I did, it would take longer than it inevitably already has. Instead, we're going to focus entirely on the big three. Big man on campus number 1, Rutger Hauer as Roy Batty. Until 2008, when we saw Heath Ledger tackle a character by the name of the Joker, this was, and still is, tied with that very performance for the greatest cinematic villain in history. Yes, he's killed many a replicant, and many a human being throughout the course of the film. But he is a person who wants nothing more than what any of us want. The answer to what is the meaning of life, and wants as much out of life as he can possibly get.